It is February 24th, and I wanted to give an update about the project that I'm starting called Healing the Waters Within. I am back in America. It is challenging in some ways and also exciting to see how much work there is to be done. It was really hard to watch the live feed footage of Osheri being shut down. That was my home for 4 months, and so many of the people that I really adore were there still, and we don't really know what's going to happen with Sacred Stone in the next few days, so we're just sending a lot of prayers over there, and it's felt good as well to rally the community back together in some ways and really focus on what's coming up next. First of all, I want to mention as well the march in Washington, D.C. The main event is March 10th, and there will be also activities starting on the 7th, so really trying to get a large presence of people there. As for the project that I am envisioning, I would like it to be focused with 3 intentions, one of which, the primary one that motivated me to get started, is creating a network of healers and providers. Mental health, emotional health, it can be massage, herbalists, energy work, a variety of different approaches to healing. And then another piece that I realize is really important to healing is that of community, and especially knowing about centers and places that are hosting indigenous traditions, places that are bringing people together in community for regular events, and also just knowing people in your area that are sharing similar values, other water protectors, other people that were following the Standing Rock movement, and really trying to connect us to one another. So the other piece, of course, is continuing with the activism, continuing to take a stand, continuing to stand up for the water, for the earth, for each other, as a lot of people's human rights are being challenged right now, and really crossing those bridges, keeping the indigenous as a priority, of course, and then also working with allies and people of all different cultures and bringing us together. Because for many of us, it was that unity that was so powerful for us to experience in North Dakota. So what I see is hosting community events. So it'd be a one-day event. I'd get in touch with a community organizer in that place. And my first vision is to start doing this myself over the next few months. And I'll be driving across the country in a couple weeks, so that's when I'll start it. But this is just a model that anyone could pick up and do, because I think that would be powerful. So the idea would be to have a community organizer in the area, working with water protectors who were at Standing Rock to begin to organize the event. They would identify interested healers and interested activists. They may overlap. Then you'd have people present their different modalities of healing. It could be maybe 5 people, perhaps a psychotherapist, a massage therapist, an energy worker, Reiki, indigenous providers as well, different traditions of that. And then you'd have people break up into smaller groups, and then a discussion would be facilitated by that healer to allow everyone to be heard, to share what has affected them since Standing Rock or regarding these issues, but particularly focusing on trauma that may have been caused from being in the violent interactions committed by the police. And then after we have this opportunity to see and be seen, to share our truths, to get vulnerable, to support one another, we would then have the opportunity to hear from some people that were working very present at Standing Rock, water protectors that spent time there and that want to share some of their story. Then we would have a break for lunch and also have people break up into groups, like ideally people they don't know already, and get to know each other even further while they're eating. Probably just do potluck style unless we can get some funding for food. Then after lunch, we would have 5 or more activists, local, working on environmental projects and taking political action, and have them present on their topics, their issues, their projects, and then have people be allowed to choose whichever they're most interested in, and go and have another small group discussion, question and answer session, and find a way to get involved and plug in with that happening in their community. Maybe have time to go to a few of those. After we come back together as a large group, we would have perhaps some sound healing. I could lead some chair yoga or trauma-informed yoga, focusing on breathing. People could lead guided meditations, and then basically close after that. And then what would be great is if people wanted to flow into an evening event and have some kind of ecstatic dance party or cacao ceremony, or maybe if there's an opportunity to do a sweat lodge together, really open. But that's kind of the format that I envision happening. And it'd be great if a lot of this could be funded, through generosity that so many people showed with the Standing Rock movement, And it's really malleable, but that's the vision that I have for Healing the Waters Within. And then within that, of course, anyone that wouldn't be able to come to the event can still sign up and be part of the provider network. And then this way also, anyone that's been feeling maybe isolated or having trouble integrating can plug into a community in the area, sharing these values, work on their own healing, learn about healing, and then become a land defender and water protector in their area. Thank you.